So ladies, have you ever imagined like working abroad and getting a great salary? And also,
guys, let me tell you, what if the next big move in your life came with the top economic zone?
So yes, I'm in Russia, in the Republic of Tatarstan, and guess what? It actually turns out there's no bears roaming around the streets or snow.
Hey, so I'm at Shaka Cafe for breakfast, and I want to interview one of the participants who work here in catering.
Okay, let's talk. Imagine waking up one morning and realize.
Are you a young woman between the ages of 18 and 22, ready to take your first step into an international career? Then listen up, because the START program might be exactly what you've been waiting for. The START program.
Hey guys! Russian, and so we are now here at the school where the learners learn Russian, and we are here with one of the students. Can you please introduce yourself and let us know where you're from?
Hello everyone, my name is Kugonza Annette and I'm from Uganda.
Imagine being promised a brighter future only to have your freedom stolen. For weeks, we've been exposing the hidden truth behind the Russian Alabuga START program. They lure young African women with dreams of jobs, education, and opportunity in Russia. But once you step through those doors, it's not hope you find, it's exploitation. These girls are forced into military factories, assembling war drones and handling dangerous chemicals without protection. They're kept under constant surveillance, trapped in a dorm they can't leave, and told to keep silent. I thought I was coming for education. Now I work with toxic substances every single day. I'm living a nightmare. Worse still, they are
in the dazzling words of social media, where likes have become a currency and influence is power, a dangerous new player emerged, promised the opportunity, education, and a path to success. But for many, especially here in South Africa, it delivered only deception. This is the story of Alabuga, a scheme that drew in our nation's biggest influencers and a trail of questions left behind. So what is Alabuga? On the surface, it's a legitimate special economic zone, which is located in Tatarstan, or Russia. It was established in 2006. It's home to major industrial players like Tefneft and boasts infrastructures designed to attract foreign investment and foster economic growth. Within its zone, there is a vocational college called Alabuga or Alabuga Polytech, offering technical trainings in various fields. Sounds legitimate, right? But the Alabuga caught the attention of thousands, and the scrutiny of international investigators was far more sinister than an industrial park. It was presented as this opportunity to develop young individuals, particularly for African nations, to receive training and employment in a cutting-edge technology.
2 years old.
The truth, or what is widely believed to be the truth, is deeply troubling. By reputable international media outlets, including the Wall Street Journal, the Al Jazeera, have painted a far more different picture. Far from being a vocational school, is in fact a front for the production of combat drones that are extensively used by Russia in its growing conflict with Ukraine. Reports suggest that the students recruited for Alabuga were allegedly involved in the assembly and modification of these drones, often under very questionable conditions. The promise of education and a well-paying job, according to these investigations, was a deceptive lure to these facilities, which are actually military. These allegations have been strongly denied by Russian officials, but the evidence gathered by independent journalists is far more compelling. This is where South Africa comes into the picture. Over the past year, a surprising number of prominent South African influencers, known for their lifestyle content, fashion, and travel, began actively promoting Alabuga. They shared glossy videos and enthusiastic posts touting Alabuga as this incredible opportunity for young South Africans to gain valuable skills, travel, and secure a prosperous future. Phrases like a chance of a lifetime, cutting-edge technology, and global careers became commonplace in their feeds. They showcased their travel to Russia, the modern facility, and the apparent excitement from the students.
I am in Russia, the Republic of Tatarstan. Very excited to be here. This is where the START program takes place. Apparently, girls are treated fairly here. Africans, Asians, Latin Americans, they're given housing, jobs, and on top of that, they are taught how to speak Russian. Yep. So this is a fresh new start, basically. I will be watching, listening, I'll be sharing every single thing with you guys. I need you to stay tuned and enjoy.
START program, an initiative focused on supporting young women who want to gain a profession and start their careers. The program lasts 2 years. During this time, participants go from beginners to qualified specialists. Every 6 months brings a promotion, a salary increase, and new professional skills. But the most important growth isn't just in the job itself. Participants also learn how to communicate, solve problems, and work in an international team. By the way, to help with adaptation, the program includes Russian language lessons. It makes it easier to adjust to the new environment, and honestly, I think that's a huge plus.
Meet the headquarters for the C's staff. The building does look like a pyramid, but it's not just art actually. The START program participants actually live in here. So let's check it out.
Young women arriving to work under the program stay here. Inside, there's everything needed for daily life: beds, wardrobes, kitchen appliances, shower, laundry. It's simple but functional. What's interesting is that people from all over the world live in the pyramid. So the atmosphere is truly international. Conversations, languages, new friendships, it happens right inside the residence. So if you're already in the START program or just planning to join, the pyramid could be your very first home in Russia.
So, as it turns out, the participants that are in the program are guaranteed housing. So let's check that out.
Currently, program participants are staying in the South Park residential complex. It includes 11 five-story buildings designed to house around 4,200 people. The apartments are already furnished and equipped with all essential appliances. The courtyards have sports areas and a small park. The conditions are acceptable, and everything needed for daily life is provided.
Their massive reach and undeniable sway of their followers, their endorsements quickly garnered a lot of attention from young, ambitious South Africans, which are eager for better prospects. Were naturally drawn into the glowing testimonials from figures they admired and trusted. But as the international investigation into Alabuga intensified, a spotlight was cast on the South African connection. Journalists and concerned citizens began questioning the narrative. How could an educational program be so intertwined with allegations of drone production for war? The discrepancy between the influencer's portrayal and the grim reality being uncovered internationally became too glaring to ignore. About the due diligence performed by these influencers, were they simply unwitting promoters, or were they complicit in a deceptive scheme? Pressure mounted into the public, media, and even other influencers, demanding answers and accountability.
What the hell do you mean? All of a sudden you didn't know. You stood here on TikTok multiple times and told us that you did your research. You told us that you did your research, you would never promote something you never researched. All of a sudden, because now there's accountability involved, you didn't know.
The South African government also acknowledged the situation, though official responses regarding investigations into the influencers themselves have been varied. As the allegations became undeniable, the influencers involved found themselves in a difficult position. Their carefully curated images of success and integrity were under fire. Some influencers quickly distanced themselves, claiming ignorance of the Alabuga's true nature. They stated they were merely promoting an educational opportunity presented to them and were unaware of the drone production allegations.
I'm shocked. Hearing all of this, I'm shocked. And it is definitely my fault for not doing my research. And I really apologize for being so ignorant and putting young women's lives in danger.
Here's my side of the story. As someone
and guys, let me tell you, the main person that scammed me, King Omar. King Omar, King Omar, King Omar. Let's repeat it consistently. That guy on scammy join this is what.
Others offered apologies, expressing regret for any harm that they may have caused, and stating that they felt misled themselves. However, for many, these explanations came too late. The damage to their credibility was significant. The backlash from their followers was swift and severe, with allegations of irresponsibility, greed, and even complicity. Several platforms and brands cut ties with these said influencers, leading to account suspension and the loss of lucrative partnerships. The digital landscape they once dominated became a hostile environment for them. The Alabuga scam served as a stark warning for young people. It highlights the critical need for vigilance and skepticism faced with offers that seem too good to be true. Always research, question, and seek independent verification, especially when it involves international opportunities. For influencers, this incident is a crucial lesson in responsibility. responsibility.
I'm sure you guys are seeing what's going on with the Alabuga Start program. I'm gonna be telling you guys my personal experience, especially that I'm in Russia. I saw that they were actually calling South African influencers to make the videos for them, like the promo videos. Okay, fine. I'm gonna be posting screenshots actually so that you guys don't say I'm lying. As someone who wanted to build her own brand, my YouTube channel or my TikTok or whatever, we DM'd the Alabuga Start program. That's me and my boyfriend. Because me and him are YouTubers, but TikTok, or influencers, or mini influencers. We actually emailed them first, sending them the analytics, everything, like sending everything that they might need. And then we DM'd them on Twitter, we DM'd them on almost all the social media platforms that they have. Alabuga Start program, they replied us, right, on WhatsApp. We talked on WhatsApp because they told us to go and send the information, like the proposal on WhatsApp. We did that. So we messaged them on a Monday and they asked, is Wednesday convenient, 2 p.m. Moscow time? Fine. We said, yes, it is. Okay, the first red flag. Hey, guys, the first red flag that I picked is that they didn't show up for the meeting. Why? Why didn't you show up for the meeting? After you said we should schedule a meeting, it does not make sense. That was the first red flag. Fine, we left it. And then I'm seeing why are there more influencers getting paid? Bosi Amtanda, Bosi Buji that certainly went to Alabuga. So Nakahora, I'm in Russia. I was just like, okay, if you can pay influencers from South Africa, then the fact that I'm in Russia, it could be cheaper. So like, why don't you invest? And then I saw her, there's something that is off about this start program, whatever. I don't know. Why are you not calling the people in Russia? Especially that the fact that my boyfriend actually knows Russian, like 100%. He knows Russian. So maybe I'm starting to feel like, didn't you want us to go there because we know Russian, or why? Why? Or is it because we're small or what? It can't be that reason. Trust me, it won't be that reason, because if you are in a business, if you want to do business, and there's someone in Russia and there's someone out there, if you're going to spend less money in someone who's in the country, I mean, might as well just do it. Anyways, apart from that, my boyfriend did raise a point. He was like, but why are they saying women of 18 to 22 years old? And I was like, I don't know, man. But like recently, I saw on Siam Tanda's vlog, she did talk about this. The lady in the background, she said it's because young women pay attention to detail. Make it make sense to me, because me personally, I'm always getting shouted for not paying attention to detail. Basically lacking situational awareness. So it doesn't really make sense. And also, I just personally feel like girls who are 18 to 22 years are just figuring out their life. They're getting into uni. They're not looking for a job. So like, Alabuga Start program, please answer our questions, because it's not make sure. Don't get...
The power of influence comes with an ethical obligation. Due diligence is not just a suggestion, it is a necessity. Promoting products or opportunity without a thorough investigation can have devastating consequences for their followers and their own careers. The investigation into the Alabuga and its recruiters continues on multiple fronts, while the few extent of South African involvement and the fate of those who traveled there remains an evolving story. One thing is clear though, the glittering facade of social media can sometimes hide a dark and dangerous reality. We must all remain discerning navigators in this complex digital world. What are your thoughts on the Alabuga scam and the role of influencers? Let us know in the comment section down below. And remember to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Stay safe and informed. Until next time, bye.